well, you're doing beautifully.
Oh, boy.
It's always your darling little daughter. Right? Yeah, fine. So when's the proud papa coming back?
Well, you know, actually, I think he's still at this meeting in Chicago. I haven't heard from him all day long.
Well, I'm sure he'll come back as soon as he can. He's so happy. I mean, I've never seen Hal look so excited as when he picked up that little girl of his.
Hi, dear. Hi. I'm good. How are you?
Look, she can walk.
I'm pretty wobbly, thank you. I hope your mother's around, though, when you have your baby, because she's been terrific.
Oh, I'm sure she will be. Yeah. Hey, Mom, are you singing tonight?
Yeah.
Good. Well, then I'll see you there.
Okay. Okay, good. Oh, is Tom coming back from the Capitol?
No, I don't think he'll be back yet, but I got a date.
Well, I can't wait to see who this is, huh? I'm gonna get going. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Okay, thanks,
All right.
Lila.
Okay, bye-bye. So I have a message for you from Hal. He tried calling you, but the line was busy, and he had to get back to his meeting. But he said as soon as he is done with his meeting, he's going to get in the car, and he's driving straight back here to be with you and Jennifer Louise, the two most important women in his life.
Oh, there he is.
Hiya, 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 hiya.
Oh, oh, so good to see you. It's been such a dreary day.
Really?
Awful.
I'd never know that. You look great.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, that's nice. I do. Well, looks are deceiving. You know how it is. No, my minions, they've all deserted. Loyal. Kirk went off to do something at Ellie's.
Well.
Olivia's having a tantrum. Helen's in London. And Jane, darling, on the dot of 6, she marched out of here to have dinner with Ambrose.
Oh, the hell with them. You're having dinner with me anyway, right?
Yeah.
Come on, let's go.
Okay. Wait a minute. Any word from our son, the Duke?
Well, I can't really call him at the safe house.
No.
I feel pretty good that the FBI's looking after him.
Oh, God, I'm glad you feel confident.
Oh, yeah, sure. This the real thing?
That's it.
Yeah. I wonder if Lombard's seen the mock-up.
Yes, he has, because his man called me to tell me that he was very gratified.
Well, I hope for our sakes he'll never see this and know that we tricked him.
Oh, hi there. Don't you? Beautiful. You going out with Seth tonight? No, I'm seeing Tonio. Incidentally, I don't appreciate your betraying my confidence. What are you talking about? Obviously, you told Mother and Father I'm painting Tonio's portrait. No, I didn't have anything to do with that. Next time I'll know better than to trust you. Sabrina,
Seth, I have no intention of discussing Sabrina with you.
Well, I didn't come here to have a discussion, Tonio. Came here to give you a warning.
You know, I am so tired of getting warnings from you Snyder.
Yeah, well, maybe you better listen to this one. Now, I know Sabrina's painting your portrait, right?
Yes, I'm paying her a handsome fee.
I'll bet. But then what's money to you since you've been dipping into James Stenbeck's drug fortune, huh?
That's a lie.
I don't think so. In any event, watch your step with Sabrina. She's coming through a very painful divorce. If I find out you've taken advantage of her vulnerability... I'll make sure you never hurt anyone again. I'd love to give you a demonstration of what I'm talking about, Tonio.
I think you'd better stop right there.
Caleb told me you pulled a gun on him, too. I don't think you have the guts to use it, though. You'd give the police just what they're looking for. A chance to put you behind bars for the rest of your life.
That completely. Okay, one last phone call. Yeah. Oh, Mr. Lang. Okay, Mabel, put him through. Henry, hello. How is our poor Holden doing? And where is he?
Okay, it's kind of high.
The part of Lisa Mitchell is being played today by Maeve McGuire.
Mrs. Monson.
Hello,
Hi. Well, man, that's where you've been.
Oh, look at this.
How do you feel?
Oh, I feel great. What is all that?
Well, since you do not design baby clothes, I thought I'd better find a few things for Jennifer to wear. Oh, well, you see.
Oh, you are something
I
else.
had such a wonderful time. I mean, I had to do something happy after taking Harriet back to the Corbin home. She is taking the news about Shannon very badly.
Well, they were very close. How's Duncan?
Well, I gotta tell you, Franny was at the loft earlier, and she found a note that Duncan had left. Apparently, he got a lead from Gavin Kruger, so he took off last night. I guess Gavin Kruger is back in town.
What kind of lead?
I don't know, Duncan didn't say in his note, but I'm sure it has something to do with his personal vendetta against Tonio Reyes.
Tony, are you there? Oh, my God. Thank God I'm here. You're bleeding. Gently. Oh. I can't tell how badly you're hurt. I better call an ambulance.
No, I'm all right. I'm all right.
Who did this to you? Was it a burglary? I'll call the police.
No, don't.
Why not?
It wasn't a robbery. The man who did this is someone you know. Someone that you're fond of.
Well, that's impossible. No one I know would ever call.
Sabrina. It was Seth.
Now, was that a successful meeting?
Or what?
Yes, it was. I can't believe we got Mama to go down to Waco with that senator.
I think we're on a roll, but we better get down to work if we're going to sell cow in this industrial.
Yeah, I agree. Wait, does anybody want a drink?
I'll have a brandy.
Fine. Anderson, you're not going to be having a brandy, sweetie. You're out of here. You're the competition.
I heard all your bright ideas over there.
No, she's got a bright idea. I think we have to get them in black and white so you help them understand them.
Doing this to the guy she just got engaged to.
Don't worry, I promise I won't keep you very long. Have a nice
Wait a minute. I'm not leaving until I get a kiss.
Fine.
You asked for it, you got it.
Now, all right, back to work. I think that what we need to do is for the storyboard, in order for Cal to understand it, we have to put it to music.
I agree. You know what we also need to do? We need to do some more thinking about this person who's going to represent Fritco as pro-environment.
Yeah, because none of this is going to work unless the public likes and trusts him. You know, we could use the industrial test reactions, do a poll of all the employees who see it.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
The idea that I have is not too far from the idea that I had for Gavin Kruger. You take a big corporation and a business, and you fill it with a friendly face and an image. Oh, and you know, it reminds me. Sean called today when I was visiting Barbara. He said that Gavin Kruger is on his way to Oakdale.
You're kidding.
No, why didn't he contact us? You know, your guess is as good as mine. I told Barbara if she hears from him again to have him contact us. She seemed real nervous when I brought it up. She said she didn't expect to hear from him.
Oh, Lisa, this stuff is all so cute. I'm going to have Ellie and Lily do a test market on designer baby clothes. That's what I'm going to do.
Hey, I thought you promised Hal that you were going to take it easy for a while.
I did. And I'm going to put Hal and the baby and head of everything else from now on.
Well, I'm very glad to hear that. Barbara, you are a very lucky woman. Hal loves you so much. Now you both have the child you both wanted.
Barbara.
Hi.
Tommy. How are you doing back? I flew in for the night. I stopped by the station. Max said the Margot was here.
Oh, you just missed her. In fact, she told Lila that she was going to go to the Mona Lisa tonight with a mystery date.
You better check this out. The nurse at the desk asked me to give you this. Mystery date.
I think that must be Jennifer for Jennifer.
You know, it's from Julie.
Julie?
Yeah.
Now, how'd she know about the baby?
Says, Dear Barbara, I heard the happy news when I went for a go-see at a New York showroom and used your name as a reference. Good news travels fast.
Well, then Ellie really did see her in New York.
I remember the day my Jenny was born and all the dreams I had for her. I'm sure you and Hal had dreams for your little Jennifer, too. But unlike me, I know you'll make yours come true. Wishing you much love and happiness always. Julie.
Hello?
Hey, Caleb. It's Holden.
So?
I want to speak to Mama.
She's not here. She's in Waco.
Waco.
Look, I'm going to hang up now, Holden, because just hearing the sound of your voice makes me want to puke.
Just tell me one thing. Is Lily there?
Damn you, Holden.
I was drunk out of my skull because of Lily being in Houston with legs.
Save it! You call that an excuse for sleeping with my wife? And I know exactly why you did it, man. You've been waiting for a chance to come on to Julie ever since you found out that I fell in love with Lily. Slept with her.
I didn't even know it was Julie! God, you're...
Caleb? Don't do it. Caleb, are you... Seth, what happened to you?
Let's see Tonio.
Tonio, what?
I found out that he'd conned Sabrina into painting his portrait and over there to give him a little warning.
Can you believe he pulled a gun on me, too? Well, how bad did you get Tonio?
It's all right. Didn't get him as bad as I meant to.
Well, that's too bad.
No.
Hey, listen, man, that looks kind of bad. You might want to put some ice on.
I did. You know, I got to call Sabrina, talk to her about all of this before she...
Hello?
Caleb, it's Lisa. I am so glad you are there. Barbara just got a gift and a note from Julie.
Good. Hi. Daryl Crawford. I'd like you to meet my wife, Lucinda Walsh. Lucinda, this is Daryl Crawford,
nice
friend of Margot's from high school, as a matter of fact.
Hi, Daryl was just remarking how much you like the food at Memorial Cafeteria.
Good. Now I'm going to do something about the ambience.
We're going to get candlelights in there. See violinists. It's going to be good. Yes, and we'll see you in a bit.
Well, good evening. How's everybody?
Hey.
Well, Mary, how are you managing with the house?
Well, it's a little lonely over there without you and Kate.
Oh, stop whining. You'll have them back as soon as the Lombard trial is finished and my husband is back from the Capitol.
How is all that going, by the way? I haven't heard anything. There they are.
Hi.
What are you doing here?
I took the first commuter flight back because I missed you so much. What's going on?
Well, I'm sorry you had to look around. Did you go to the station?
I did, and I saw Barbara as well, and she said you were here with a mystery date.
Yes, I am. And Mama, too. Why don't you come pull up a chair?
Oh, Tom. Why don't you take my chair? I was just heading back to the hospital.
No, you don't. You sit and finish your meal for free.
Mrs. Mitchell.
What about?
I'm Frank Wendell, Julie's ex-husband.
Yes, I know who you are.
Look, I know Julie used to work for you. I was hoping we could talk.
What did Henry Lang want?
Oh, I didn't tell you because I didn't think you'd be that interested. But anyway, Holden and Angel, their baby was reclaimed by the biological.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. And Henry was in London. He had to come back on business, and he has not been able to get in touch with Angel or Holden. He's very worried.
Mm-hmm.
I don't blame him. That poor kid. She's got to be devastated. After all I went through to get Lily, I'll tell you what I'd do if someone tried to take her away from me.
You're still worried about that, aren't you?
What? What do you mean by that?
You know, I think your worst fear is that the people who love you are going to go away. Threatened by Duke, and they thought he was going to come between you
My
and me.
son? Oh, come on, that was ancient history.
I would never love you less, because I love my son, and I don't think Lily would ever love you less, because she loves Holden.
Okay, so you think it's neurotic of a mother to oppose the continuing involvement of her child with a man who's married, whose wife has had a devastating loss, who needs all the help she can get, and you don't feel that he has any responsibility to Angel to see her through this? You don't? And his own brother is responsible for Angel not being able to have kids?
Yeah.
If Holden loved Lily, she should stay away from him. She could be happy with someone who could give her a future.
Okay, if the industrials test well, then we can list spots for commercials and PSAs.
What are PSAs?
Public service announcements. They're 30 or 60-second TV spots. They're like a commercial, but they're not, because we're not going to be advertising a product. We're going to be promoting a cause, like saving the environment.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll use the same spokesperson that we find to represent Strico Oil.
A guy like that exists. Rugged man with lots of sex appeal for the female audience. Man will also appeal to other men. And who can project concern for environmental issues.
Well, auditions should be fun.
But we've got to remember the purpose of the industrial is to educate employees and boost morale.
Right.
And we definitely have to reach the people who work in the oil fields and the plants, like the one Lily and I visited in Houston. We've got to find a guy that these people can relate to along with the general public.
What's our timetable on this?
Realistically, we're going to have to get casting calls out to agencies no later than Thanksgiving.
Jeez, I can't believe how soon that is. After all those years in Texas, I almost forgot how cold it can get up here, seeing the leaves change.
It's a spring wedding. Yeah. No, we've decided to tell Stephen and Linda Ann in person. Yeah, Ellie wants to ask Linda Ann to be flower girl. No, don't say anything right now. We'll come to Maine when our schedule permits, and we'll let you know as soon as that happens, okay? Okay, great. All right, give him a big kiss for me. Thanks. Bye.
You do like that chair, don't you? Lucinda said you did.
Connor.
She's painting the great man's portrait.
You have a nasty cut. I wish you'd let me take you to hospital.
No, if we do that, I'll have to fill out a report. The police could get involved. Things could get messy for Seth.
I don't see why you're so concerned about him after what he did.
I'm not concerned about him. I'm concerned about you. I know you're fond of him. I don't want to make things any more difficult for you than I already have.
How have you made things difficult for me?
Well, take your portrait. You can't tell your family because they wouldn't approve the fact that you're painting it, so you can't take me to the hospital because your father would find out.
I haven't had a chance to tell you. My parents know I'm painting your portrait.
Oh?
Yes. We discussed it at length, and they respect my judgment, which is more than I can say for my sister. Franny told them, even though I asked her not to.
I'm sorry. You see, I am making things difficult for you.
No, you've been very honest with me about all the problems you had in the past. And if Franny and Seth don't like my seeing you, well, that's just their problem, isn't it? Incidentally, I understand you were at the hospital seeing Dr. Michaels.
Well, yes, I'm serious about going back into therapy. Although I think there are some people here who will still think the worst of me, no matter how many changes I make. I should get this place cleaned up.
I'll help you. I just want to clean up first.
Oh, I've ruined your scarf.
Don't be silly.
I'm sorry, I'll replace it.
It's not necessary. I'll be right back.
Yes. No, Terrell hasn't called back yet, Fred. Look, I can't speak very long. Sabrina's here. Did you have a chance to find out what her net worth is? No, she's not right in the room. Really? I had no idea she'd inherited that much.
Romantic. You want romantic?
I can't believe I'm going to be a grandmother again.
I can't either. I mean, look at Margot. You must have had her when you were, what, 10?
9.
Franny, what are you doing sitting here all alone?
Oh, my date's dancing with Lila. They're pretty good, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, my wife was a wonderful dancer.
Please.
I hope with Dr. Kozak's help, she'll be able to dance again someday.
I hope so, too.
Wit, grains, and cereals.
Oh.
You wouldn't know what that is. You have no idea what that's worth. Wow. You know, if I could get him in my management consulting division, that would offset the loss of Kruger Industries.
Do the dollar signs ever stop dancing in your eyes?
When?
So sorry for the interruption. I still haven't replaced Julie. I keep hoping she'll be back.
Me too. Do you know if anyone's heard from her since she called Andy Dixon from New York?
Oh, yes. I was with a friend tonight who just had a baby. Julie sent her a note and a gift from New York.
So she's in New York. I sure wish I had the money to fly out and look for her. You know, the kids miss her a lot. Little Jenny's birthday's coming up.
Well, I'd be glad to pay for the airfare. If I could persuade Caleb to go.
Well, the woman in the gift shop wasn't much help. She said that Julie called a couple of hours ago and that she was in New York and wanted to order a gift for you. She had the woman describe some of the gifts in the store, and she decided on this one. And she dictated the card.
You still love her very much, don't you?
Well, I don't know if we'll ever have what we had, but I'd like to talk to her. I'd like to try.
I think you should try to find her.
Yeah. Well, New York's a big place. You know, I don't know where I'd start.
Well, what about the woman in the gift shop? Didn't she give you anything to go on?
Well, she said that Julie had used a credit card under the name of Julie Wendell, so she's already dropped her married name.
But credit cards can be traced. You know, Hal's out of town in business right now, but Margot's over at the Mona Lisa tonight. Why don't you go over and talk to her? I think she'll be able to help you. Caleb, I knew Julie before she married you, and I knew her afterwards. You made a big difference in her life, and she loved you very much.
What a lovely young woman.
Yes. I forget, you never met Caleb's wife, did you?
No. Seth told me she left Caleb, and no one knows where she is.
Well, Julie's a very confused young woman. I gave her her start in her modeling career. She could have had a terrific career, but,
What happened?
well, the Snyders turned her against me, and she walked out on her contract.
Well, it's too bad she didn't have the strength to rely on her own judgments.
Well, I'm afraid that's a rare quality these days. Sabrina, I'm sorry, but I'm in no condition to sit for the portrait tonight.
You're also in no condition to drive. I'll take you home.
That's very kind of you. I guess I should try and make myself a little more presentable. Excuse me.
Hello?
Hello, Seth. Is that you?
Yeah.
I just want to tell you that I know what you did tonight, and I think it's shameful.
Sabrina, I was very upset. If you understood Tonio, you'd know.
I thought I made it clear to you that I'm perfectly capable of making up my own mind about people. And I resent being treated like some naive child who can't be trusted to make her own decisions. I'm going to continue to work with Mr. Reyes until he gives me cause not to. And I think it best that we not see each other for a while.
He's got a splendid management division.
Yes, of course I've heard of it. I'm sorry, but the only business I can think about right now is seeing my wife walk again.
Well, you tell Carolyn I hope we hear some good news soon.
Okay.
Good night. Excuse me, I had to take that call from Jess.
Tom, I'm going to let you and your lovely wife enjoy the rest of the evening together, alone. We're going to head back to the hospital and check on Carolyn.
Please give her our best, mate.
Thanks.
Sure.
Nice to meet you.
You too.
Come on, darling.
Bye-bye. Eat. Oh, man, I feel so sorry for him. So, what did Jess call about?
Well, she's worried about Doc. She ended up reaching all that.
I forgot to tell you, my God, Franny found a note from him. He's off again, Tom. He left town looking out. He was on some lead from Gavin Kruger. I guess Kruger's back in town.
Caleb, did you talk to Barbara?
Yes, I did, and I also talked to the woman that she ordered the gift from. She ordered it with a credit card under the name of Julie Wendell.
See, that's just what we need now. We can find the address from the card.
I know, Lisa, but even if I find her, I don't think I'm going to be able to get over what she and Holden...
Caleb, can you look me straight in the eye and tell me you don't love her anymore? That it isn't worth trying. I'll speak to Margot. Oh, by the way, Julie's ex was in early, dropping all kinds of hints about going to New York to look for her. Seems he doesn't have the money.
Oh, Lisa, I hope you didn't give him in.
No. I just told him I'd hoped you'd go.
Caleb.
Tom.
Hi. Listen, jury selection's going a little faster than we had anticipated, so good possibility we might be calling you to testify within the next week, so don't leave town, okay?
Right.
Good evening. And welcome to Mona Lisa. I am very happy and proud to introduce our very beautiful and talented lady of song, Lila Peretti.
Give me a shot of bourbon. Make it a double.
Thank you. I'd like to start off the set with a song meant for lovers.
How many arms have held you and hated to let
No, I spent a couple of years up in Boston. Yeah, I think Oakdale is a good balance between city and country.
I understand Ellie lives on a farm.
Did I tell you that?
Who else? Is her brother Holden going to be in tomorrow?
No, Holden's still in London.
What's he like?
Well, he's very smart. Fast learner. Very in love with Lily Walsh, which doesn't make him too popular with our boss. Any other questions?
Yes. Do you know what other accounts I'll be on besides Simply Barbara?
I asked Lucinda to put you in charge of Inside Oakdale because you have editorial experience.
Inside Oakdale. I saw a piece that they did on that gangster Philip Lombard.
And I take no credit for that. Neither does Ellie. Lucinda slipped that one in on us behind our back.
I wondered about that since Ellie's involved in the Lombard case.
Now, I know I didn't tell you that.
No, I read it in the article.
Oh, yeah. Boy, my mind's been on other things.
Your engagement, no doubt.
Yeah?
What?
I'm just thinking about something that's none of my business.
Go ahead, ask anyway.
Well, I'm wondering what a woman like you is doing walking around without a ring on her finger.
I told you in New York I don't have time for a personal life.
I don't buy that. When Mr. Wright walks in, all the other plans go out the window.
Well, in that case, I guess Mr. Wright hasn't come along yet to sabotage my plans.
Hi, honey. Oh. Hi.
Larry Burroughs had the chance.
I'd like to, but it's getting kind of late.
Oh, all right. I was very impressed with your ideas tonight.
Well, I hope Cal is. Maybe Cal will send us down to Texas together to work on this industrial.
Maybe. Good night. Hey, Link, hold on a minute. You forgot your files.
Oh, maybe I should have brought the whole cake.
Maybe you should have. I'm glad that you had dinner with Margot.
I'm not sure her husband was very happy about it. Tell you the truth, I felt a little guilty about being there, thinking about you being here.
I don't want you to feel that way. In fact, it helps me knowing that you're having a good time. I know the accident has changed your life just as it's changed mine. Daryl, it scares me sometimes knowing that
Honey.
this is our last hope.
I really feel that Dr. Kozak is the man we've been looking for all this time. Everything's going to turn out all right.
I hope so. Because more than anything else in the world, what I want is for us to be like... But... if it...
Sweetheart, I told you everything's going to work out. You just can't give up hope now. Remember, I love you very, very much.
Well, I gotta get this lady home here.
Okay.
Lila, you were wonderful as always.
Oh, thank you. He's just trying to get the rent down.
Yeah, I know. He's that way. You gotta watch
Hey, let me watch you both up. Good night. See you later.
So, you and Daryl spending a bit of time together. Leanne tells me that he dropped by the house just last night.
Oh, great. Now I got to start arranging secret rendezvous. Is that it? Well, actually, he's been so down with everything his wife has been going through. I just want to help out any way I can. We go back a long way, Tom.
I'm sure it's a real comfort to have you around.
Look, I want you to meet his wife. She is very lovely, and she's full of life, and it's amazing how much he's in love with her.
Excuse me. Sorry to interrupt, but I just want to remind you to call me as soon as you run that check on Julie's credit card. I am very concerned about Caleb.
Yeah? Well, have you noticed how he's knocking him back over there?
Oh, dear. I better go talk to him.
Good night, We're going to take off now. Do you think that there's any way I might be able to talk to Duke before the trial?
I can certainly put a call in for you.
Great, thank you very
By
much.
the way, what's his name? Daryl Crawford.
Yeah.
Do, he looks nice. Bring him over to the house. All of you come over to the house soon.
Oh, great. I'm sure he'd like that.
Take care of her and Junior, all right?
Will do.
Good night.
Good night.
What say you and I make the best of the free time we have together?
I say great.
Let's get out of here. Let's go.
darling, it's not late.
Thank
no,
you.
It's not. Could we swing by Lily's condo to see if the light's on? I would like to talk to her.
Could we skip that? I'd really like to get home in case Tom gets that call through to Duke. Okay?
Right. Hey, listen, I just heard Dixon say that the DA's gonna put a call through to the safe house tonight. I'm gonna follow him home. Maybe we can get to the kid before he testifies after all.
Oh, honey, I'm so glad you called. She's fine. She's beautiful. She's tiny. She's just a little miracle. Well, this is a whole new beginning for us. For you, for me, for Jennifer. I promise I'm going to spend the rest of my life loving you and making up for the unhappiness that I caused you. I will. You drive safely, okay? You're too precious to me. I love you, and I miss you. Bye-bye. What are you doing here? When you called, I told you not to come.
Did I tell you that Barbara got the sweetest little note and the cutest little doll from Julie for having a baby?
Caleb, I'm the one who told you about that, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, and you know what that proves to me? Well, that Julie hasn't forgotten all of her good friends here. And that she still loves you very much. And that one of these days, very soon, she will be back.
You know, every time I go into the kitchen, I think she's gonna be there.
Yeah. You know, that was the way I felt when I lost Earl. I'd wake up in the middle of the night and expect to find him beside me in bed. Still do, even now.
You know, I just sometimes feel so damn lonely.
I know, honey. We're both lonely.
You know something? You are so easy to be with, and you're so understanding. I can really see why Julie admires you. You're really a special person.
Well, thank you very much, but...
No buts. You're incredible, you know that?
And I think what you could use is some good, strong black coffee.
Lisa, don't go. Just hold me, all right?
Caleb, Caleb, you are a sweet boy.
We are both very lonely.
Caleb.
She's my husband's child.
Caleb, you were right about something. We are both very lonely. And when you feel that way, well, it's all too easy to mistake comfort and caring for something really more than it is. I mean, you're like a son to me, and Julie's like a daughter, and, well, enough said. I think I am going to go call Ellie. She and Kirk should still be up. I'm sure you can stay at their...
Good morning. Somehow I knew it would be you.
You did? How?
Come on in. Well, Tom and Franny both touched base with me last night, and I knew it was just a matter of time before you did.
Well, I never would have dreamed of coming by without an invitation, but Franny seemed to think it'd be all right. Not that I didn't want to come sooner.
No, listen, I'm just kidding. I'm glad you came. Come on now. Sit down. We'll talk. I'm delighted that you're here.
You're sure?
Mm-hmm.
I know Franny and Tom are much closer to you. I wouldn't want to intrude on your privacy.
You're my daughter, too. And I want you to spend as much time with me as you can. Now, sit down. Now, the inevitable question. How are things at home? How are you settling in, okay?
Oh, yes. No, Mother and I are getting along splendidly. To tell you the truth, I was a little afraid we wouldn't.
Why is that?
Well, she was so disappointed in me when I went back to London after the whole unhappy situation with Seth and Franny and me. I'll never forget what she said. She said, I'll always love you, Sabrina, but I don't like you very much.
I'm sure she didn't mean that.
Oh, yes, she did. Who could blame her? That's part of the reason I was so apprehensive about coming back. I'm not sure I ever would have given it a try if it hadn't been for your encouragement in London.
I encourage you to come home, and then I move out. I'm sorry. I had no idea that things would be this way.
I know. I just hope that you and Mother can patch things up, because behind that brave front, she's really terribly unhappy. Fortunately, Lisa came by the house just before I left this morning.
Oh, that's great. I love Lisa dearly, but she has the unhappy habit of jumping into a situation and handing out absolutely the worst advice.
All I am trying to do is lay out the facts for you, Kim. If you and Bob do not patch things up, do you have any idea what the romantic prospects are out there for women our age?
Lisa, I haven't given it any thought. That's the last thing in the world that I'm thinking about right now.
Let me tell you, the pickings are slim. I mean, it's either gay men with whom you can have a wonderful time but no future, or recently divorced men who are going through a midlife crisis looking for somebody 25 years old and gorgeous to make them feel young again, married men, men so ancient that they actually think of you as the younger woman, and boys who are young enough to be your son. Now, not that that category isn't very appealing, but...
Lisa, are we talking about me or you?
Look, I suddenly had to face the fact that I could be alone for the rest of my life. And take my word for it, a man who has strayed once, who regrets it mightily, and who loves you with all his heart and soul is a damn sight better than no man at all. Well, enough said. I have things to do at home. Oh, before I forget it, where did you get those beautiful, beautiful burgundy mums that are out there on your porch?
Jordan's nursery.
Oh.
I'm sure they have plenty more.
No. I called them. They're all sold out. Too bad. Love the color. They'd look perfect out on my terrace.
I know they're Bob's favorite color, too. I tell you what, if you take a couple of mine if you want them. Go ahead, take them home with you now.
Well, thank you. I think I will. But, just one will be fine. In fact, one will be just perfect. Well, I'll see you. And don't forget what I told you about what's out there.
Consider the reasons you need a Presto Fry Daddy deep fryer. Fabulous French fries, succulent shrimp, awesome appetizers, great onion rings. Something fun, something different. No dial to set, no guessing. Cups of oil, not quarts. Stores oil to use again and again. Non-stick finish inside and out. Handy scoop, not a messy basket. No wonder Presto is America's favorite deep fryer in a choice of 3 sizes. Great gift idea, too. For the same reasons.
Come on, Doggy Flat. I want some dog bone pizza.
Play School knows little kids have big imaginations, so we made the big world of Flat Folks.
Hi, Bobby Flat.
Flat Folks have clothes and jobs they can change in a snap.
Doctor, his tummy hurts.
The Flat Folks City has fun all over.
There's yummy dessert up here. And stop the farm's on the farm.
The Flat Folks Farm grows big flat veggies and has a big farmhouse, too. Introduce your child to the big fun world of Play School Flat Folks.
The people in 4A threw a perfect party by serving irresistible toasted Crispix Party Mix. In fact, the people in 4A planned everything right, except for getting to invite the lady from downstairs. Serve Kellogg's Crispix Party Mix, because the perfect party's all in the mix.
What makes everything so whip-smacking? Lip-smacking. Ah, good. Cool Whip's the one with that whipped creamy say. Cool Whip's the one. Catch a Kodak star. There I was, about to make my theatrical debut. My parents waited. My teacher prodded. My sister pointed. Then I made my big entrance.
This Christmas, give the new Kodak Star 35 camera and capture all your holiday memories.
For the grand finale, I brought the house down.
Catch a Kodak Star this Christmas.
Oh, Hal, I'm so glad you're here. Now you get to meet my friend Dale Crawford.
Yeah.
And there he is now. I lay money on it. There you are.
Good morning.
Come in, Daryl. Hi.
Is that fresh coffee?
Yeah, sure is. Here you go. Daryl Crawford, I want you to meet Hal Munson. Hal, Daryl Crawford.
You're the guy from last night. The flowers enough your wife presented my wife's room.
Exactly. And your wife just had the baby.
Yeah,
Right.
Hal is my partner against crime.
Oh, thanks.
Small world, huh?
So, you got coffee? Help yourself to a muffin. Mama's at work, and Leon and Adam are asleep right now, so... No?
I don't think so.
I'll get him. You're asleep.
Here, sit down. So, are you headed over to visit with Carolyn after this?
Yes, I'm hoping to find out the results of the test this morning.
Hey, Darryl, would you mind if I got a ride with you? My car kind of ran out of gas, and I kind of had to leave it in the hospital parking lot last night.
Well, I'm sure he's got room because Daryl has one of those big stretch limos.
Oh, that's right. Margot told me you're Mr. DeWitt Grain and Cereal.
Yeah, I'd rather if you just call me Daryl.
Listen, can I catch a ride, too? Because I would really love to have another peek at little Jennifer Louise, huh?
Something.
Sure. The more the merrier.
Lisa, are you sure that Kim asked you to bring that to me?
Now, what do you think? I think it would look terrific right over there.
Well, I think that's a good sign if she wants me to have something that reminds me of home.
Well, of course it is. And if I were you, I would really try to return the gesture, something very romantic. Send her a dozen no. A book of love poems. Yes, that would be perfect. Sonnets from the Portuguese. What I do and what I dream
Lisa,
reflects
if and when I decide to send my wife poetry, I will pick it out. You know, you used to have a tendency of getting involved in other people's business. Now it seems to be your main occupation. Why can't you just... I'm sorry. I know you mean well.
No. You're right. I have become a terrible busybody. An old maid and a busybody.
Oh, come on now. You're not old.
Don't you dare try and humor me, Bob Hughes. And don't you dare try and tell me that I am going to find love right around the next corner, because you and I both know that at my age, the odds of that happening are about 1,000 to 1.
Hey. What's the matter?
You know what I almost did last night? Almost went to bed with a boy half my age. He was drunk. I was lonely. Oh, I knew it would be a terrible mistake, but for a moment, it was so tempting. Feel that somebody needed me, somebody wanted me. Just for one night, the other side of the bed wasn't going to be so cold, empty.
Lisa, I'm sorry. You know, I'm just beginning to find out what real loneliness is.